Hey everybody, got some cool stuff to show you today on Tractor Time with Tim. We often show you all the expensive stuff, right? The stuff you drool over, the stuff that you'd love to have, but maybe you can't get past the finance committee. In this video, we want to show you some less expensive items, maybe gift ideas for the tractor lover in your family. Let's start with this bright red stuff right in the middle. We've talked about these in one video. We'll put a link to this video below. These are called the edge tamers. This edge tamer fits right on the front of your loader bucket. Your loader bucket fits right under there. We'll show you in that video. And the purpose of this thing is to tame your edges. How do you like that? It's to keep the front edge of your loader bucket from gouging into the grass or rock or whatever your dry material is when you're clearing snow. So it's very cost effective. A pair of these is less than $100. And if you can't afford a front blade or a snow blower or something like that, it really makes the loader an effective snow removal device. Now, one thing cool about these that I haven't shown you before is all the attachments that go on them. I don't know if you've noticed, but I actually like all the kit type things. I like it when you can buy something and then you can buy a little something more and get a little something more, and you get a lot of different features by doing that. Well, one thing that you can add to these, I've got one here with already attached, is called the edge extender. The edge extender. Makes sense. You put the edge tamer on the same way I just described. This sticks out from your loader a little bit, allows you to put, logs or limbs or things like that. They can't be real heavy, but they're tougher than what they might look. That allows you to have some primitive forks. Basically, if you can't afford forks for your loader, or if your loader's not a quick attach and you really can't get the bucket off of it, this is a great solution. And one thing I might mention, these fit all loaders. Right? It doesn't matter if it's a John Deere, a Kubota, an LS, like Little Blue, or anything else. They fit all loaders. They come in a 3-inch width, they come in a 4-inch width, and they've recently introduced a 6-inch width. I'm hoping to have some of those for my dad's 580 case in a little while. One more item that you can get for the kit, this I call the no excuses item. Now, if you'll look at last year's gift ideas video, you'll see the first version of this that I showed. Heavy Hitch offers one of these, a trash can carrier that mounts on the rear heavy hitch of the tractor. This one mounts on the front. And so you actually can put 2 of these, maybe even 3 of these on a bucket. They mount right on the front of the edge tamer, and you can go right in and scoop up your trash can. You have no excuses. So your finance committee, who probably usually takes the trash out because you never get around to it, maybe you can make her happy by buying something like this and taking the trash out, and then you can get her to say yes to one of these bigger items later. That's just between us. Don't tell her. Speaking of last year's video, we have a lot of products from Heavy Hitch, bolt-on hooks, some things like that that are just as good this year as they were last year. One Heavy Hitch product that I want to emphasize this year is they now carry weights. This is a 42-pound weight. They also carry the 70-pound weights. They're less expensive than the Deere versions, and the shipping is actually quite cost effective for something so heavy. So check out the weights on the heavyhitch.com website, and you get a 5% discount with coupon code TTWT on any purchase at heavyhitch.com. The next item I want to talk about is a book. Yeah, a book. This book is written by John Kinzenbaugh. John Kinzenbaugh is an incredible man, a brilliant man, a Christian man, raised his family with Christian values, started his company with Christian values. And this book is fascinating for any of you that kind of enjoy fabricating stuff, building stuff, designing stuff. John's a master at that. His company, called Kinze, K-I-N-Z-E, is huge in the agricultural industry. I'm attracted to this book for several reasons. One is because he has a very special relationship with his daughter. In fact, now that he is nearing retirement age, his daughter is taking over leadership of the company. And she details in this book about how he worked with her on building what she called toys. But one of them was kind of a Frankenstein truck where part of it was Chevy and part of it was Jeep, and I don't know, you'll have to read. It's very fascinating. Another story in this book that's fascinating as well is probably the best David and Goliath story, definitely in the agricultural industry, that I've ever heard of, and maybe even broader than that. For a variety of reasons, John Kinzenbaugh and John Deere got sideways with each other. And this story details what happened as a part of that. It's a fascinating read. You'll notice I don't have that book with me. Well, I'm the ultimate cheapskate. And this idea might work for you. I bought this book for my brother Tom. You've seen him in our videos. Last year for Christmas. And I got it early enough that I read the whole thing cover to cover before I gave it to him. Hey, it worked. Maybe you could try the same trick. Okay, next up on the gift ideas is something really useful, and a lot of compact tractor owners probably don't have this. This is called a 3/4 inch drive socket set. I've featured it in a couple of videos, but I wanted to bring it up here because it is a cost-effective gift idea. If you're a compact tractor owner, you won't use this enough to need a first-class 3/4 inch drive socket set, but you will need one, and I have found that I've used it several times this year. If you're very familiar with tools, please excuse this explanation, but a lot of folks don't understand the terminology of sockets. When we refer to 3/4 inch drive, we're not referring to the size of the bolt head that you can use with. We're referring to the size of this little square piece. This is the drive. And so all of the sockets of this thing fit on there. It's 3/4 inch across here. It's a 3/4 inch square. And so that is the drive mechanism. Usually they make 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, and that's all that comes in a regular socket set. Okay? These are extra large. Any General Mechanics toolkit are not going to have these. I use this socket right here when I change the blade on my King Cutter brush hog. Very large. It's 1 3/4 inches. Okay? So this set, we've got a link to it in the description like all these other products. I've also got a link on our website where I go back through and detail all of these products. This set is under $60. Sometimes you can even do a good bit better than that. Well worth it, and your tractor lover will use it a lot more than what he might expect. You've heard me mention the lock and lube on this channel frequently. Well, this is the XL version, the extra long version. The XL version is good for fittings which are recessed and the regular lock and lube thumb handle here gets in the way. I found that once you have a lock and lube, your thinking about how you can grease certain items changes. For instance, some fittings, this thumb piece is just in the way, or even the short version of the lock and lube is too long. So you have a couple choices. You can use a separate grease gun or something like that. Another choice is to get this tube that has a grease fitting on it. I can connect that right to the lock and lube, and that is a permanent connection. And then I can use this to grease in that hard to reach fitting. Here's a needle grease fitting. Again, it has a zerk on it right here. You can put it in the lock lube, and then you have your needle. No need for a separate grease gun. You can do all this with one gun now. So it's changed my thinking about the way I deal with greasing. The lock and lube attaches to any grease zerk. That way you can customize the tip for your specific needs. Links for all of these are in my description. Okay, one more item. You might recognize the shirt I'm wearing as being a little bit different. It's actually got the Tractor Time with Tim logo on it. We have a lot of items on our website now. TractorTimeWithTim.com/shop, S-H-O-P, and you can see all of the items we have. We'd like to hear your feedback on that. One thing I want to mention is it takes a while for this merchandise, the shirts, the mugs, the phone cases, all that kind of stuff. It takes a while for those to be delivered. So make sure you order well in advance of when you actually want to give it as a gift. I hope this has been helpful. If you have other ideas or any feedback, please put them in the comments below or comments on our website. Anything like that's welcome. Folks, we're very thankful for each of you. We're thankful for you watching our videos. We're thankful for your comments. We really enjoy that. It's incredible. And we're filming this during the holiday season, and it's just a time for us to be thankful, and we really appreciate all of your positive feedback, and thanks again. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.